A warm welcome to Baumer hhs Dialogue. Today, we are happy to present a new solution to you, which will bring more efficiency in folding carton production and will save a high amount of resources. Before we start, just a short video. Side seam gluing solution. Yes, quit disc gluing, the content of our webinar. Before we start, just some words on the Baumer hhs webinar tool. All cameras and microphones are disabled, and we will record this webinar and share this afterwards to all participants. You have always the possibility to give us your comments and your questions within the chat function, which we will answer afterwards in the Q&A session at the end of the webinar. If you lost internet connection or you just gone out of the webinar, just refresh your browser and you will be redirected into the webinar. This should work accordingly. So, a short agenda for this webinar. First of all, we are looking for the system, then some technical information and some additional information on cost savings. And afterwards, we have the Q&A session where we are very happy to answer all your questions, what you have coming up during the webinar. The specialists are here in the webinar for you today. It's me, I'm your host for today. My name is Andreas Brand. I'm the head of marketing at Baumer hhs. Together, we are here with Thomas Walter for strategic development and the colleague Ralf Scharf, head of business development, folding carton. And now I would like to start with a presentation of the side seam gluing solution. Have a nice webinar, enjoy it.
My name is Ralf Scharf. I'm 58 years young and more than 30 years with Baumer hhs in different positions working. Since 2004, I'm taking care as a business development manager for our folding carton business. In the team, we are aiming to find the best solution for new challenges that arise in this ever-evolving and technically demanding business. With this short agenda, you will get an overview of the following topics. Time for change. If not now, when? We explain why it's time to rethink the glue application by disc gluing and present our contactless gluing from Baumer hhs as a side seam gluing solution. The advantages compared to the classic disc gluing system leave no doubt to invest in the latest application and technology of Baumer hhs. But first, let's take a look at the disc gluing unit that has been in use for several decades and has not changed for many years, is state of the art for this application. The disc gluing unit is an open system with uncontrolled glue contamination of the machine and the environment media. This spray mist leads to contamination and thus to high cleaning costs and unplanned machine downtimes. The entire setting is purely mechanical, and thus also the quality of the glue application as well as the time required for this, which depends heavily on the operator. Besides glue quantity fluctuations due to higher machine speeds, the operator-related adjustments is a gradient of the quality of the glue application. Added to these points is the enormous effort required for cleaning before, during and after use. Adhesive that is lost during cleaning, plus consumption of water, no longer fit into the understanding of active and environmental protection. The significant advantage of a glue disc unit is that the glue is applied over the entire length of the glue flap. I would like to hand over to my colleague who will present our solution for the application side seam gluing.
Thanks, Ralph. And now let's have a look on our new solution and its main features. All the disadvantages of the current disk application mentioned by Ralph are also advantages for our side seam gluing solution. In contrast to the open gluing of the disk, with our solution we have a completely closed system, from the adhesive bucket to the pump up to the application valve. This ensures that the adhesive is applied cleanly to the product. And with our system, we can do this contactless and with the highest precision. And this in all speed ranges of typical folder gluer machines, with always constant glue volumes. Even with more complex applications, such as splitted flaps or glue-free areas, the application with an adhesive head is more flexible compared to the disk. But the biggest advantage is the cleaning effort compared to the disk and the glue pot. But more on this later. The side seam gluing solution is not just an adhesive application valve. No, it's a complete solution. It consists of a double piston pump with adhesive bucket with level monitoring, a high-resolution encoder, the application valve including practical product guide, and X-Act Up control unit. It's a complete system that can be integrated into almost any folder gluer. One important part of our new X-Act Up controller is the new automatic mode. This makes it possible for the machine operator to avoid the need of entering new product data into the system during a product change, which saves additional setup time during a job change. The controller detects the product length for each individual product by using a high-precision laser light barrier, and calculates from this the exact start and end value of the glue line. This has further advantages, because even if the products come in skewed or damaged, only the part that was seen at the laser light barrier will be glued. This prevents further contamination in the machine. The X-Act Up controller offers the typical Baumer hhs application modes, like dot and line applications. A new feature is the so-called glue safe mode. Here, the continuous glue lines is divided into individual shorter glue lines. This allows glue savings up to 50%, and you decide how much you want to save and also the size of the interruptions, easily in the X-Act Up controller. First tests have shown that although less glue is applied, a higher adhesive bond is still achieved because of the repeated beginning of individual glue lines. So, no matter which application type you choose, by pressing the products, a continuous adhesive track can be achieved from the beginning to the end of the glue flap, just like with the glue disc. This is made possible by the high resolution and the performance of the PX1000 valve. The pressure control of the double piston pump guarantees a constant adhesive volume for all machine speeds, no matter if you produce at 50 meters per minute in dot mode or apply a continuous line at 450 meters. The result will be the same.
At this point, I would like to summarize the advantages of our side seam gluing solution. With the latest technology in mechanical and electronic design, the development of the PX1000 application valve and the exact control system became possible. This is the basis of our new side seam gluing solution. The side seam gluing solution is optimally integrated into the folder gluer and replaces the existing disc gluing unit. During installation, all relevant system parameters are set and guarantee optimum glue application, regardless of the operator. The closed system significantly reduces the amount of cleaning required. Operation is simple and intuitively based on the familiar Xtend3 user interface. The interaction of all these points results in a saving potential in time and resources compared to the classic disc gluing unit. For example, the short or unnecessary cleaning between two shifts or between changeover to a new job frees up valuable production time and save adhesive and water. Modern folding carton production is increasingly focused on using resources sparingly and thus making an active contribution to environmental protection. The reduction of waste of cardboard and glue or consumption of water and energy helps to save resources, which is supported by the new system side seam gluing solution. Environmentally friendly production that effectively use resources such as cardboard, glue, water and time leads to optimized production with higher quality and productivity, resulting in higher profitability.
Now we would like to use an example calculation to explain how big the savings potentials could be for you. If we calculate this on the basis of a machine that is working in a two-shift operation, this offers an immense opportunity to increase the production. According to current studies, the disc gluing unit on most machines is cleaned once per shift. That means the disc and the glue pot are removed and cleaned at the washing basin, which is not always located at the machine. After reinstalling and restarting, it takes a fast 25 minutes. 25 minutes of machine downtime. With our side seam gluing solution, the machine could continue production for 25 minutes. Over a year, this adds up to 200 hours of production time. 200 hours in which you can produce up to 20 million extra folding boxes. This results in a massive saving potentials or increase in earnings of up to 50,000 euro. And, as already mentioned, only on one single machine. With the glue save mode, there are also more saving potentials. According to your specifications, our Exact Up controller can save up to 50% glue by dividing a continuous glue line application into an intermittent bead. In other words, into short interrupted glue lines. Using another example calculation, again on one machine with 2 shifts per day, this ends up to approximately 4,000 liters of adhesive per year. With the current prices of adhesives and saving up to 50%, this is another 5,000 euro that you can save, and at the same time you can produce more sustainable by using less resources. In summary, the running costs for a classic disc gluing unit are up to 60,000 euros per year. This results from the massive cleaning effort mentioned above, the glue consumption, and last but not least, spare parts like discs and scrappers. In contrast with our new solution, the side seam gluing unit, there are no running costs or spare parts that need to be replaced. The complete solution includes the current and new products from Baumer hhs, with all their advantages of perfect adhesive applications. The Exact Up controller is specially designed for this application and offers a resolution and application accuracy of 0.1 mm. The automatic mode means that no new parameters have to be entered when changing products, because each glue flap length is measured and the exact glue line length is calculated from this. This, of course, saves further setup time. In combination with an additional glue save mode, up to 50% of glue can be saved. The controller automatically creates defined interruptions according to your specifications, while maintaining the same glue force. Our new PX1000 glue application valve brings out the maximum reduction in tailing and makes gluing of entire glue flap possible at all. Thanks to that improvement startup behavior, even the first products after a short machine downtime are perfectly glued. This is rounded off by the DPP4 double piston pump, the little sister of the already successful DPP8 in the folding carton market. The careful build-up of the required glue pressure by the double pistons guarantees the required glue volume and its quality. An additional small display in the pump gives the machine operator important information about the current productions. Our customers, whose work together on the development of the side seam gluing solutions, are also very excited about the result. And of course, they see all the advantages, in that the quality of the glue application is clearly increased, and the huge time savings compared to the existing disc gluing solution. By avoiding the time consumption, cleaning of disc and glue pots, production time is increased, and that will improve the output. And last but not least, it is an easy way to save glue volume, which is another important point of the side seam gluing solution, especially in view of the already increased glue prices. So, join us on this journey, increase the quality of your products, and produce up to 20 million more folding cartons per year. It's time for a change.
Yes, welcome back after these videos and presentations. Very much information on the system, on benefits, on the solution, how it is implemented. So now it's your time to ask your questions, which come up during the presentations. We have already some first questions coming up regarding the control of the glue which is applied. There's a question if there is an existing LNT which is in the machine installed, does this can be used, and can this LNT also check the intermittent application on the from the system? Ralph, can you
Yes,
answer that, please?
yes, I can. Okay, the LNT 300 is able to detect these glue lines and also the intermittent and glue application. This is the same procedure or same work-wise like we have with the dot line switch over in the in the in other applications, and we have a spot error, and with this we can detect the glue lines. Yeah, the standard LNT 300 in our Xtend 3 application and expect QA system.
Okay, nothing to change and quality.
At that point, if I look at our repair shop and the LETs coming in, they are many times spoiled by the misting of the disc glue, because as you know, if I start running higher speed, there's a lot of misting. I think it will be also better with that, and the LNT will work more reliable. Okay.
Yes, okay. Ben is asking, is it a standalone system or can it be added on our current HHS system? Ralph.
This is a standalone system, and of course, all the what we explained in the presentation. This is the advantage of this system, and all the components are working close to each other. The controller, the application, the glue delivery, and all together achieve the good results for side seam gluing. And yeah, that's the outcome of this system.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. There's also one question regarding installation. So, Ralph, how long will an installation take place, and or how is it? Can it be organized?
Okay, the side seam gluing solution use the same place like the glue pot. We take out the glue pot, what we could see also in the short video, and we take out the disc from the glue disc unit, and on the brackets from the side, the cross-moving parts from the side seam gluing unit we using for this, and also we have experience with different kind of folder gluers, and from our point of view, it's possible to integrate in each type of folder gluer.
Okay, perfect. Thanks a lot, Ralph. There is also one question rising up. Line speeds of 700 meters a minute. Are they straight line gluing or also glue safe mode? So is it possible, as I get the question may be right, is it possible to get glue safe mode even in this fastest running machines? Maybe who's able to answer that?
Yes, of course. It depends on the glue length. Everybody knows if we reach this speed of folder gluers, we cannot apply any more dots or this will short lines. But with a longer glue flap, we can also have interruptions in the glue line. From the application, from view of the application, it's possible to apply the glue by these speeds. And the length of the glue line will have influence if it's how big is the gap in between the glue line in total.
Mm-hmm.
But also, many customers report that the maximum speed, or if you go to higher speed, the misting is a limitation factor of the disk gluing unit, and this will be also overcome by the side seam gluing solution. So in general, we expect that you can run higher speeds than with a disk gluing unit, because if too much misting, there is the danger of inside gluing.
Perfect. Yes, that's also a good point. There's also one question coming from Debbie. What is the cleaning time of the system? So we know about now from the presentations about cleaning times for the disk gluing units, and coming back to the side seam gluing solution. What about cleaning in the side seam gluing solution? How is that work time consuming?
Yes, what it was a short explanation or the calculation of the cleaning time and cleaning cycle. As you could see in the video, it's a closed system. On the only point which has to clean, it's the nozzle. As you can see, this upright a tool here in the base plate. It's for lifting up the nozzle. It comes to the slot, and then it's easy to clean up the end of the nozzle. Of course, if you have some depends on the used or the production of material, used cardboard and the dust inside the machine and the glue quality, splashes and so on, different contamination around this in this area. But there are no cleaning necessary of a glue pot or to clean up the disc and so on, and to clean the disc before starting with the production. This is a short work to close the nozzle and with a little bit fat, and to replace this and to clean around with to make it working. So what we could see in the praxis, it's less than time and effort to clean up this unit.
Yes, I think
Thanks.
we speak about minutes, or not.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks a lot. So that's really positive. There are some questions coming up for if you can, the customers can have some animated videos on how it works, the cleaning process and so on. We will provide some videos also on the system so that everybody will get more information on that. But one question additionally is coming up about the glue, and there's one question about glue viscosity is required for the system, but I guess Thomas can maybe answer a little bit the topics about adhesives for the system, like what kind of adhesives, what benefits from the adhesive and so on. Thomas.
Yeah, a general remark on adhesive: if you can't use the adhesive you use in this gluing unit, because it's also viscosity and also rheology. But this is also a big advantage. So if you have a nozzle glue which applies in good manner via nozzle you have only one glue or adhesive in your company. You don't have to care two different glues. The viscosity is a standard viscosity we use also in nozzle application from above, and I think that we have done several tests with very good results, and ask your glue supplier how can improve together, because it's also a little bit depending on the glue, but not so much. So it's the same difficulties you have from above, you have if you glue from underneath.
Okay.
So
So
viscosity range is the same as glue application from you are used.
Yes. Okay. There's a question from Alex from China. I have a question that normally glue pot is around about 5,000 millipascal viscosity. This device maximum about 700 to 1,500. If paper is transfer section, high pressure glue will get out or not? I do not know.
I don't know. I totally understand these questions.
Yes, I will ask it, getting to the topic. I think it is related to if the glue is squeezing out or something like that. But I guess it is precise glue application, there will be no issue with that. Maybe this is something to discuss in detail afterwards in a bilingual.
Generally spoken, gluing with a nozzle from underneath is nothing new, but perhaps Ralf can go more in detail. But we have never seen such precise application, and it's possible by the components which is new and new designed, and also via the high resolution. Perhaps Ralf, you can go more in detail.
Yeah, in the past it was, of course, a solution from Baumer hhs to offer a gluing station from underneath to replace a disc, but this was always done with an existing glue delivery in the same system. And here it's exact what we changed with the possibility with the new powerful XP1000 application head with the good cut off of the glue. The exact working glue delivery, the DPP4 piston pump, and of course the special software application only for side seam gluing. With the controller, with the exact up controller, and the combination of all these components together achieve this good result, which was mentioned in the look to the existing system. The only important point all the time, the argument for this gluing was put glue from the beginning to the end of the glue flap. And with this new solution, we are able to do the same without any adjustments of the operator by change over from one product to the other product. Depends of the automatic recognizing of the glue length. And this together gives a good tool for folder gluers to increase the productivity, to be more flexible, to save time and to save resources in general. And again, not only one part of this system, it's the important all together, the working together to this is the big step forward with this application for Baumer hhs. And it's an independent system, especially for folder gluers, straight line folder gluers, where we don't have another gluing device. So it's an independent solution for all folder gluers in different sizes and so on.
Perfect statement, Ralf. Thanks a lot. This brings me to another question which comes up. But when you're talking about folder gluers, what kind of folder gluers machines is it able to install?
Of course, from our view, for all types of folder gluers, the first view was to replace the glue pot. So we take out the glue pot, we take out the disc and put in our product guiding with the application head and put all the other components to the machine. It's also possible. This morning there was a question to have a glue application for the opposite side, for the drive side of a folder gluer. Also, this is possible with a mirrored base plate. And of course, we will get also requests for folder gluers where no disk application is available currently. So also for this, we will have an answer in the future to provide the side seam gluing solution.
Perfect. That sounds great. So it's a solution for everybody. There is also one question rising up. Maybe we discussed this in advance before for the detection of adhesive, so that an existing LNT 300 could be used. So this is already answered. So, and actually, when I have a look, there is also one question what I cannot understand. What would be your default tip diameter? I do not know what.
Also, so I think the nozzle diameter is
Nozzle
0.3. Ralf, it's right?
Yes, it's right, 0.3 millimeter. Yeah. But of course, if you have for example, a larger folder gluer with a large solid board or also some corrugated board products where you need more glue. This is also a big advantage. For a disc gluing unit, you have to change the disc, the width of the disc, to apply more glue. The mechanical setting of a disc gluing station, but if you could not reach this with the disc, the glue amount, you have to change the disc. Here it's much more easier and less cost to change a nozzle from 0.3 millimeter to 0.4 or 0.5 millimeter. It's possible, and that's all. It's done to get more. And this is only necessary if you don't reach this by setting the pressure curve or the electrical adjustments, electrical parameters to get more glue on the glue flap. It's much more easier and reliable for the operator. And this is done only, it's independent if it's done from person A or B. It's the same setting. This is a big advantage compared to a mechanical adjustment of a disc gluing station.
Okay, perfect. Thanks a lot, Ralph, for this really detailed explanation. Yes, from my side, actually, we have no additional questions. I guess we have covered all the informations from the system. Let's say it is a system which is, yes, have economic benefits. It has ecologic benefits. It is worthwhile to implement it in all existing folding carton machines. So as there was in the presentation, let's start now. And maybe some last words from you, from Ralph, from Thomas.
Yeah.
Also,
Thomas, start, please. No, Thomas, start.
I'm very impressed, and also the customer feedback is very positive. So it was intensively tested, and it's not nothing which is thrown on the market without proper testing. And surely with the right glue and with the right application, you will get a lot of results and very good auch economical and environmental benefits from it. Ralph.
Yeah. A last word from my side. Yes, it's a good opportunity and a new chance to achieve the folding carton production on the next level. What we mentioned in our presentation, this gluing is state of the art. There has nothing changed in the last time, and this is our side seam gluing solution. It's not only a nozzle from underneath. It's a little bit more. It's the closed system to achieve these good results by glue application from the beginning to the end on the glue flap with a lot of advantage that we don't have with a disc gluing unit. And it's and the good news, it's available.
Perfect. That's the absolutely statement for ending up our webinar. This is now my turn. I would like to thank all of the participants for being here in our webinar. If you get any more question on that, please don't hesitate to contact us directly. Send us an email on marketing@baumer-hhs.com or have a look on our website where we have even more information on the solution and on other different solutions that we offer from Baumer hhs. I would like to thank Ralph and Thomas for being here in the webinar to answer all your questions. And let's say, I don't just have to thank you and to have to say thank you for being here and stay safe and see you next time for the next webinars or in personal. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot from my side too.
Thank you. Thank you to join us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.